Welcome to today's global news update. Toronto plastic surgeon ordered to pay $22.5 million in privacy violation case. Thousands gain Canadian citizenship under new law, including many Americans. Hegseth's Shangri-La remarks highlight U.S. foreign policy priorities. U.S. pushes for higher American content requirement in North American vehicles. Human Rights Panel accuses Canada of genocide against Indigenous peoples. Rescue teams free more villagers from flooded cave in Laos. Family says missed warnings led to preventable death of Indigenous mother. Large rallies held across Alberta as separation debate intensifies. Court orders Trump to respond to serious allegations in IRS dispute. Senior Chinese diplomat signals interest in expanding trade with Canada. A court has ordered a Toronto plastic surgeon to pay approximately $22.5 million in damages after finding that patients' privacy rights were violated through surveillance cameras installed within a clinic. The ruling follows a lengthy legal battle involving allegations that sensitive patient interactions were recorded without proper consent. Privacy advocates say the case highlights the importance of protecting personal information within healthcare settings. Legal experts believe the decision could influence future privacy standards across medical facilities. Canada's revised citizenship legislation has resulted in thousands of individuals gaining access to Canadian citizenship, with many successful applicants reportedly coming from the United States. Immigration experts say the changes expand eligibility for people with Canadian ancestry and family connections. The development has generated considerable interest among Americans seeking additional residency and citizenship options. Analysts expect application numbers to remain strong as awareness of the new law continues to grow. Observers examining Pete Hegseth's remarks at the Shangri-La Dialogue say the speech provides important clues about current U.S. foreign policy objectives. Topics included defense partnerships, Indo-Pacific security, military readiness, and emerging geopolitical challenges. Experts note that the address comes at a time of increasing competition among major global powers. The event remains one of the world's most influential forums for discussing defense and security policy. Negotiators representing the Trump administration have reportedly proposed that vehicles manufactured in North America contain at least 50% U.S. content. The proposal is part of broader trade discussions involving Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Industry leaders are assessing how the requirement could affect supply chains, manufacturing costs, and investment decisions. Economists say any major changes could have significant consequences for the North American automotive sector. A human rights body has released findings alleging that Canada's treatment of Indigenous peoples amounts to genocide. The report focuses on historical policies, systemic inequalities, and ongoing social challenges affecting Indigenous communities. Indigenous leaders and advocacy groups are calling for stronger action and accountability measures. The findings are likely to generate significant discussion regarding reconciliation efforts and Canada's international human rights reputation. Rescue teams in Laos have freed 4 more villagers from a flooded cave system following a challenging emergency operation. Crews have been battling difficult conditions including rising water levels, limited visibility, and restricted access routes. Authorities say efforts remain focused on locating and assisting any remaining individuals. The rescue operation has attracted international attention due to the complexity of the mission. Family members and Indigenous advocates say opportunities to prevent the death of an expecting mother were missed by healthcare providers. The case has renewed concerns regarding access to care, systemic barriers, and treatment of Indigenous patients within Canada's healthcare system. Calls for independent review and accountability are growing as more details emerge. The tragedy has become part of a broader conversation about healthcare equity and Indigenous rights. Large demonstrations have taken place across Alberta as citizens voice opinions on the province's growing separation debate. While some support greater autonomy, others argue that healthcare, affordability, and economic concerns deserve more attention. Political observers say the issue is increasingly shaping provincial and national political conversations. The rallies reflect the deep divisions and strong emotions surrounding Alberta's future within Canada. A judge has ordered Donald Trump to respond to allegations described as serious and substantial in an ongoing IRS-related legal matter. The case continues to attract national attention due to its potential political and legal implications. Attorneys for both sides are expected to present additional arguments as proceedings move forward. Legal analysts say the outcome could influence broader discussions surrounding accountability and government oversight. One of China's top diplomats has indicated that Beijing is interested in expanding trade and economic cooperation with Canada. The comments were made during a visit aimed at strengthening dialogue and exploring areas of mutual interest. Trade experts say improved commercial ties could benefit multiple sectors, though political and diplomatic challenges remain. The visit is being closely watched as both countries navigate a complex relationship.